Welcome back to Firestone Forge. Today we're going to do something a little different. I've been playing around with tanning deer hides. I had managed to get two during last fall. I helped process a carcass and got the heads and hides, and I've been working with those. It's been a lot of fun. Well, a gentleman who delivers seafood to the store I work at just was talking about having a bear hide that he'd had in his freezer for 3 years. Well, he didn't plan on doing anything with it, so he gave it to me. I just got it, and I'm really excited. So it's head on, it's still got the skull in it, and it's still got the paws on. So if you're a little squeamish, you probably won't want to watch too much, simply because I'm going to end up showing how to remove the skull. I talked with another gentleman as well who teaches how to tan hides and everything else like that locally, and he's going to be helping me process this hide and get it set up. I would love to use it as a blanket. That's my ultimate goal. A couple of people have said to use it as a bearskin rug. I have no need for a rug. I'd much rather use a blanket, like, you know, with like the head on with the jaws open and bear hide rug, and I don't need that. I would much rather have a blanket. So we're going to see about doing that. So hopefully I'll have him on video as well, and we'll get this thing set up. However, today, because it's frozen, we're going to be thawing it. So I'm going to show that, and I'm going to set up a salt solution for that. So stick around. So this is the bear hide. You can obviously see the head, teeth. Now this spot right here, that's, from what I am guessing, a little bit of frostbite. This thing has been in the freezer for 3 years, so it's expected. However, you can still see it's got the paw, okay? And you can see some claws. Now, let me see if I can find another, right there. It's a little hard to see, but you can definitely see a claw, okay? Now, I'm going to get this thing thawing out. It's already started to thaw a little bit, and I'm going to get it in a bucket of a salt solution to help it so it won't rot. So I'm going to set that up. Alright, so this is what I'm using. Canning or pickling salt, okay? You want to use non-iodized salt. I'm not sure why, but there's something behind it, which actually helps the hair to slip, apparently. That was the mistake I had made with my second deer hide, was I wanted to keep the hair on, but because I had used the iodized salt, it ended up penetrating and it made the hair slip, so you don't want to use that. You can use, apparently, blending or tanning salt. I've got a 50-pound bag of that in my apartment, as well as, of course, 2 4-pound, each one is 4 pounds, so 8 pounds total, canning salt. Now, I'm going to end up, I've got the barrel set up over here, and I'm going to put about 25 gallons worth of water in it, and I'm going to add both of these containers. Now, I might not need to add both containers, or for all I know, I might need to add more. I'm not entirely sure. Kind of learning as I go. The big thing I want to do is I want to let that hide thaw out, as well as I don't want it, because it's warm out, I don't want the thing to start to rot. So that's why you add the salt, because it actually stops bacteria from growing and everything else like that. It's preserving. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to get that set up and I'm going to show you. So I've got about 25 gallons worth of water in this thing. It's about half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it. But I've got the pickling salt. I'm just going to rip the top open and dump the whole package in there. I've also got a stick next to me that I'm going to use to stir it. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can add the salt to the water. You get the water hot, and then you add the salt. That's one way of doing it. It actually helps the salt dissolve into the water. But of course, you don't want to put the hide in there with hot water. You want to let this cool down. Now, I've used cold water simply because it's warm enough outside where I'm worried that it might actually, the water will warm up and it might cause some issues, which is one of the reasons why I'm adding 2 containers of salt. Now that I've added the salt, I'm grabbing a stick, and just kind of stirring it up. Now you can use if you wanted to, you could even use your hand. I mean, I got a little salt on my finger, so get rid of that. But you want to make sure that it's mixed thoroughly. So I'm going to finish getting this set up, and then I'm going to end up throwing the hide in here. Here's the hide. Now, you want to make sure that the hide is completely submerged. There's a few air pockets because, again, this thing has been sitting in a freezer, so it's frozen solid and it's not wanting to move yet. There are a few air pockets trapped in the skull as well as in different parts of the hide. So make sure to move it around a little bit. We're going to leave this thing soaking so that way it thaws out. And we'll check you guys next time. Thanks for watching.